So guys, 5 things you need to know as someone that is just getting into the vibe coding space. And as a beginner, obviously you are going to be using free tools until you started making money from vibe coding, then you can upgrade to pro plans and all that. So for today, I'm going to show you guys how to use Antigravity. It's a free IDE and it is similar to VS Code. So I'm sure some of you guys have done a little bit of front end. Maybe you are familiar with VS Code. So that's what we are going to be using. So for Anti-Gravity rather, you get two AI models, which is Gemini 3 and Claude. So you can switch between these. Just log into your Gemini account and that's all. You can switch between Claude and Gemini. So go to your Google Chrome and search for Anti-Gravity, then click on this download button, then you can get started. I already have Anti-Gravity, so let's go over there and see what it looks like. This is Anti-Gravity. Here you have your file. You can click on file, then go to open folder, then select whichever folder you want to use for your project. Then on this right hand side of your IDE, you have this input field where you can type all your prompts. Then you get these features like this art. For this art, you get to mention, you get to like reference any folder you've created on the left hand side. Then write any prompt that you want, maybe something like create a landing page, or a website. So just this and then you are good to go. The Anti-Gravity is just going to create everything you want for you. Then you can make, there are implementation plans that will be showing in the middle of your IDE, this space where you have this Anti-Gravity logo. So you can make corrections to whatever you want to make corrections to. Then you can also edit it with the prompt. So the second thing you need to know is, like I mentioned earlier, you get two AI models, which is Claude and Gemini 3. So 2 steps to creating your project, which is the planning stage and then the creation stage, where you actually let your AI model to create whatever you want it to create. So I will recommend using Claude for planning, then Gemini for the actual design, the CSS part, then everything. Because personally, from my experience, Claude has good planning. How do I put it? Claude is good for planning. Then Gemini just better creates everything, makes everything visually appealing. Alright. So let's see how to go about that. So in your Anti-Gravity, you can switch. There's this feature here, you can switch between Gemini 3.1 Pro, Gemini 3.1, the low version. Then you get Gemini 3 Flash. You also have Claude 4.6 for thinking, then GPT stuff. So whenever you want to create a project, right, select Claude and then tell it what you want to do, which is your planning. So let's see how this is. So yeah, this prompt right now: write out a plan for my professional portfolio as a vibe coder. If I am satisfied with the plan, I will let you know if we should go ahead to create it. Select Claude for this planning. So because once you hit run, in the middle of your IDE, this middle page right now, you are going to see it is going to create a walkthrough, an implementation plan, so that you can see what the AI wants to create. So you can either agree or disagree with some parts. So, but before we run this, let's look at the third thing. The third thing you need to know, which is emotional blackmail for best results. I know this sounds a little bit funny, but is a trick I learned somewhere. If you tell the AI that your career is hanging on this, yes, it seems to bring out the best in it. So you can just train something like, hey, I got this, I'm interning for a project, so I was asked to create this. The product of this project is going to determine if I'm going to be in this company for a lot longer, so try your best. Yeah, that kind of thing. But in our case, this is what we are going to do. So yeah, we threw in my career hangs on the success of this portfolio. So just a little bit of emotional blackmail so that we hope for best results. So let's click on run. Let's send this. We can see how the model is thinking, right? It is analyzing, then exploring some folders that we've created so far. So this is going to take some time, and chatting with these AI models, yeah, they run on credits, right? So these outputs you are getting, these results you are getting, they consume credits. So, but the good thing about Antigravity is that you can switch between your accounts and then still continue from where you stopped. So let's come back when this has finished building whatever it has to build. Alright, so our implementation plan is ready. So let's go through this. So the overview is career defining, blah 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 blah. I think this is a really good plan. So well, yeah, this is good. So it was asking us for placeholder names or something like that. Open questions at the bottom, which is what? We are just going to tell it to use placeholder names, right? So for the creation stage, let's switch to, I've run out of credits for Gemini 3 Pro, and so we are going to use Gemini 3 Flash. Let's tell it I love this plan. So we are going to try to go ahead and create it using placeholder information, because I mean this is just for test, right? I don't want anything professional or stuff like that. So this is going to take some time, so we'll come back later. As you can see, it will start creating folders on this left hand side of the IDE. So we'll come back when this is done. So while our project is building, let's take a look at number 4 and 5. Number 4 is storing all your API keys in a .env file. When you have API keys that you are using for a project, maybe from Gemini, YouTube, or maybe any social media API key you are using, so it is not advisable to hard code it into your code or to prompt it, write it inside your prompt. The best thing you should do is create an env file, then save it in your Antigravity. You create a .env, then you save your API keys like this. So just type something like this. Your Gemini API key should be, then you save whatever it is here. Then go to the next line, save another one that you feel like saving. So this way, hackers won't be able to access your env file and get access to your API keys. So that's the fourth thing you should know. Let's go to the fifth thing. So for the API keys, like this website that I created that uses AI, it uses Gemini AI to scan for allergens in food items. You can upload any food item here, then let AI scan it for possible allergens, right? So this is an example of a project where you need API keys. Alright, so the final thing you need to know is learn how to prompt in batches and not at once. In cases where you have a very long prompt because the project is very complex, it's not advisable to paste everything inside your AI model at once. So like this prompt that I have, I was trying to build something. So there's this really long prompt, as you can see. If I attempt to run this prompt, it's going to lead to a disaster because it is too much for the AI model to handle. So what you do is paste it in batches, cut, maybe start from project overview, then stop at tech stack, so that it makes it easy to edit mistakes, because obviously you are going to have some mistakes you need to correct with this AI. So this prompt is just too long. There's no way this will give you what you want. So I think that is all, and I believe Antigravity is done with building our website. So yeah, This is it. These are really cool animations, by the way. Oh wow. This is really nice. It is functional. It looks good. So your name, blah blah blah. What's the vibe? Feeling good today. Let's see this work. Wow, this is actually good, but yeah, so this is just an example of what anti-gravity can do. And remember, we did not make any correction to the prompts we used before. So but then with a little bit of editing of the prompt, then asking it to look at this, asking it to, you know, add some features that are necessary, we can build something very perfect. But yeah, so until another video, but this is what I have to show for you guys today.